Here I am now at City Mill Lock. Directly behind me is new developments and newly developing developments. But just to my left is something fascinating for the area, which is two interesting buildings. One would be the old Lock House, which is in the middle there. And the other would be this building closest to me, on my immediate left. Now, if I asked you when you thought that was built, what would you say? Obviously you can tell it's clean brickwork, but when would you say that was built? Now what if I told you this was built in the 2010s and the 2010s? What does this tell us? Do me a favour, cameraman. I want you to look up that way in contrast and then look back at me. Look up at the new buildings up there and then look back at me. And the fundamental important point that I want to make here is that there's no excuse to build like that when this is so easy to replicate. Walk down a little bit with me. Because in sheer contrast of this lovely environment here, you have that. Which is a complete polar opposite to this. Directly behind you is a new build, and just there, we was here, what must have been months ago, and there's a homeless person living under that bridge. So even this lovely little quaint environment can't quite escape it. But cameraman, walk down for me onto here. And just have a look at the contrast. Come back to me. So knowing that this building here is modern, it highlights the point that I've made many times, that it's a deliberate thing. And many corporations, you know, people say it's not the architect's fault. Well, first of all, modern architects are not something to be proud of. Second, they aspire towards internationalist, globalist regimes who are not just thinking about their capital. You know, they're not just thinking about finance. They're thinking about the changing of society and the changing of who and what we are as people. Because there's no reason that we couldn't have a higher standard of architecture where people are competing to build things of beauty, as opposed to bidding for contracts to build things of ugliness.